It usually doesn't happen all at once. You notice it once, maybe twice. Something feels a bit off. You brush it off at first. You tell yourself you're just tired or it has been a long day. But then it happens again. Not every time, just enough that it stays in your head. And now it's different because you're not just in the moment anymore. You're thinking about it before even anything is started. What if it happens again? That's usually the point where things start to feel uncertain. And what most men do next actually makes it more confusing. They either panic and try to fix it straight away, or they ignore it and hope it disappears. Both feel natural. Neither really works. Because what's missing at this stage isn't effort, it's direction. No one really tells you what to do when it starts happening. So you do what anyone would do. You look for answers. You search things. You watch a few videos. You read a bit. And suddenly you got 10 different directions. Take a pill. Fix your hormone. Do exercise. Reduce stress. Try supplements. Sleep more. And now you're stuck in a strange place. You have more information but less clarity. So you try something. Wait a bit. Try something else. And without realizing it, something else starts building in the background. You start watching it. Paying attention to every small change, wondering if it's better, worse, or different. And that alone can start making things more unpredictable because now it's not just happening, now you're involved in it, trying to manage, trying to fix it. And this is where most men lose time, not because of erectile dysfunction itself, but because they skip the most important step. They try to fix it before they understand it. And if you skip that step, you end up chasing solutions that don't match what's actually going on for you. That's why the first thing you need isn't a fix, it's clarity. You need to understand what's actually driving this for you, not in theory, in your situation. Because for one man, it's mostly physical. For another, it's stress, pressure, overthinking. And for a lot of men, it's something in the dynamic, the situation, the environment. And if you don't know which one it is, you end up guessing. That's exactly why I created something simple called the Ultimate Vitality Check. It just helps you to get a quick sense of which system is most involved right now. Not to label you, just to orient you. So you're not shooting in the dark. Because once you see that clearly, everything else becomes easier. You stop trying random things, you start moving with direction. And once you have that direction, something else starts to happen. You begin to notice patterns. At first, it feels inconsistent. One night, everything works. Another night, it doesn't. Sometimes it starts strong and fades. Sometimes nothing happens at all. And that's what makes it confusing, because it feels random. But it's not. It's just that different things are influencing it at different times. Sometimes your body is ready, but your mind is elsewhere. Sometimes your mind is ready and calm, but your body is tired or not responding the same way. Sometimes everything is fine individually, but the moment itself is slightly tense. And erections are very sensitive to that overall environment. They don't just respond to one thing, they respond to everything happening together. That's why one experience can feel completely normal and another feels like a struggle. Nothing broke in between, the conditions just changed. And once you start seeing it like that, something shifts. You stop asking what's wrong with me and you start asking what's influencing this right now. That question changes everything because now you're not reacting, you're observing. And when you observe instead of react, you start to get your footing back. From there, what you do next becomes much simpler. You don't try to fix everything at once. You focus on what's actually relevant for you. If it's more physical, you look at your energy. You look at your sleep. You look at your overall health. Not obsessively, just consistently. If it's more mental, you start noticing how quickly you go into your head, how much pressure you're putting on yourself. And instead of fighting that, you learn how to come back to the moment. If it's more relational, you look at how things feel between you and your partner. Whether things have become a bit tense, a bit careful, less relaxed than they used to be, and instead of ignoring that, you start softening the space again. What doesn't work is trying to do all of it at the same time, all the time. That just creates more pressure, more thinking, more effort. What actually works is a structure, small, consistent direction. That's where things start to settle. And for some men, that's enough. They just need clarity and a way forward. For others, they want something more structured, a step-by-step way for working through this without overthinking it. That's where I build a program around this. But you don't need to jump into like that straight away. Right now, understanding what's happening is already a big step, because when you understand it, you stop reacting to it. You stop making it bigger than it needs to be, and you start working with your body instead of against it. And if you think back to the beginning, the moment when it first felt uncertain, that's usually where the question comes up. Is this actually ED or just a phase? And that's an important question, because how you interpret it shapes how you respond to it. If you treat it like something serious too early, you create pressure. If you ignore it completely, you stay confused. What you actually need is clarity. That's the balance. And that's exactly what I go deeper into in my masterclass called The Hard Truth. That's where I break this down properly. How your body, your mind, and your relationship all interact, and why focusing on just one of them never really works. If this video helped you to see things a bit differently, that's the next place to go. I've linked it here for you, and you can find a link below. Watch that and you will understand this at a completely different level. I'll see you there.